Hello there. Happy Friday and welcome to the show. Today we're talking about browser hijacking, Vercel's being used by AI to steal your secrets, and the rise of whatever in the internet.
He's Mike. I'm Steve. Welcome to Wired In.
Yeah, 10 articles, 10 breakdowns from yours truly on a Friday afternoon. Coming to you. So, you never know when it's going to hit you. Make sure you hit the little bell on the bottom so you know when we're live. And of course, you can always catch everything, all the contents in the description below. All that.
Your audio sounds weird, by the way.
Oh,
Just for those who are watching, it's fading in and out.
always fun. Is that better?
Hey, well, we'll see how it goes. At least it's
All
not me for once. All right, let's kick things off.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so Forward CloudSec is a fantastic conference in the US run by Chris Ferris and Scott Piper. It's been going for quite a long time, largely known as a practitioners conference, kind of like a B-Sides, but used to bump up against things like Reinforce every year, just trying to gain traction. And now it's big enough that it's its own thing. The talks are always really good, very vetted, almost by hand. If you've ever applied, Foster, to speak at the conference, if they think you have they're nice enough that if you think you have a subject that is good, but your proposal wasn't good enough, they will feed back and let you try again.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and that's why the talks are such good quality. But when they get released on YouTube, which I've seen, then you're just kind of stuck trolling painfully through a completely disassembled conference. But thankfully, this exists. Somebody created a GitHub of all of the different videos and broke them into little categories.
Did somebody do this, or did AI do this?
I'm going to go with AI did this, but nevertheless, somebody made AI do this.
That's cool.
Let's give somebody credit. So this is twofold. The talks are out. Go check them out. A lot of good stuff. I'm going to be trolling through the AI stuff. But more importantly, you have a little bit of a guide here. So go check the links below as usual, and you will find this wonderful guide to your Forward CloudSec weekend.
Yeah, more shows and conferences need to start doing that, having like wrap-ups and things of that sort. I know all the different vendors do it, but I'd appreciate something like this from Reinforce, for example, or even Red Hat Summit. It's a good idea.
Yeah, it would be good if they did it.
Yeah. Like they should really do it. Like, here's all the summaries, here are the talks, here's everything in one place, and it's not like a way to spam your inbox with more marketing material.
I hear you.
All right. This one came across my desk. I thought it was pretty cool just to look at the 10 immutable laws of security 25 years later, see if they still hold up. There's a few eyebrow raisers in there. Did you read through this one as well?
Oh, I have a comment on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
I think they're partially rules for security and somewhat rules for life as well.
Yeah. I mean, the first one's the best one.
Yeah. If a guy can persuade you to run his program on your computer, it's not your computer anymore, right?
That's it. And I think every week I find a reason to talk about model context protocol. Just so you know, it's this one.
Yeah. It also just echoes back to my mom telling me, if your friend jumps off a bridge, will you do it too? It's kind of true too. It's got a little life lesson in there. If somebody convinces you to do something, it's not really your decision. You don't have control,
Yeah. It's good though. It's a fair and I would call it sobering reminder of how to take security from a holistic perspective 25 years ago. Who did it? Was it Microsoft? Is this a Microsoft thing? Yeah. And then break it down now, and you could probably find a modern security paradigm or vulnerability or pattern that drops straight into one of these buckets. It's good.
It is. I really liked Law 9. Absolute anonymity isn't practical in real life or in the web, because I've had this conversation with family members all the time, right? It's like you actually need to know who you're talking to, and you need to have some sort of viable persona out there, because if you don't, somebody else can impersonate you. So you actually have to have a profile of yourself with all of the correct details and not too much information, right?
I hear you. Yeah. I mean, this is a message to, we're going to be in Hacker Summer Camp together, aren't we, in a few weeks?
Yeah. Black Hat DEF CON in Vegas. We're going to be very sweaty.
Come meet us there. But this is to all of you B-Sides DEF CON welding mask tinfoil wrapped individuals. were always fun to see. Absolute anonymity can be a pain in the backside.
Yeah, it's a great article, though. You can check it out below. The only other thing that I think they made a comment on was Microsoft telling people to rotate their passwords consistently 20 years
Okay.
ago. And they're like, okay, well, now we kind of have tools
Get
to
it.
do that for us, but we don't really do that anymore.
Passwords still apply. Whatever the overarching password security sentiment still applies.
Yeah. Yeah, speaking of rotating credentials, you're going to want one after you see this. EU wants to decrypt your private data by 2030. So this article has a callback to 2023 when they first, I guess, issued a commission or set up a commission to look into how this was possible.
Mm.
How it's possible to do it across country borders. The roadmap is still in place, so they're still working on this. Apparently, I the commission is there. They don't really give you too many details, but just that they have a plan and they're socializing it in the background. It doesn't have enough votes yet, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a roadmap to get superhero fit. It's also never going to happen. This is like another one of those chocolate teapot government plans that seems like a good idea, but in practice, really, like we want to build a back door, but don't worry, the baddies will never get access to the
Yeah,
back door. We're
nobody else
not
will
going
use it
to.
except for us.
No, 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 no. And we'll definitely use it lawfully, ethically, and privately. Don't worry about it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Oh, there's a giant eye.
Yep. The decryption piece is, I think, the most reasonable that they're gonna go after. Either it's quantum
That's true.
decryption or something like that, but they'll be looking at, collecting logs and then decrypting later. Whether or not it'll be useful will be a different question, but it is funny seeing all these governments push for, PQC, post-quantum cryptographic libraries at the same
Yeah.
time that they're trying to decrypt everything. It's like, I thought we did encryption to get away from all this hacking and foreign interference and things like that, and now you wanna bring it back? It's like, is it because the foreign interference is in your country now? Like, what's going on, you know?
I don't know. Yeah, I just don't think there's a lot of education that comes behind the thought leaders who come up with some of this stuff. But okay, I'm
That
skeptic.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. That's fair. All
Oh
right,
yeah, I'm also curious as to why the algorithm thinks I love French Coca-Cola. I see that ad down the side. It was like, anyway, I'm glad you missed it.
Yeah, I got it too. All right, on to the massive browser hijacking campaign, Chrome and Edge users. A typical one, marketplace, right? And a third party
Oh yeah.
changing an existing package.
Yeah, it's so simple. And actually, I didn't catch that. Was this? I thought this was intentional from the start. That was my impression here. Did I miss a nuance to this? Was it a legit extension, the Gecko extension that does what it does, which is actually a pretty cool extension based on the description? Was it crafted or was it manipulated? I missed that.
I got to read it again. The way I read it was there was an existing extension and either pulled from a library or something was changed. Like it wasn't malicious at the beginning. So maybe the plan was to make it malicious, but when it first came out, it was not. And then over time, once you install it, automatic updates. So the malicious code was pushed to 2.3 million users who had the extension.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, this is a word of warning for MCP users that I drop that every opportunity I get. That I mean, this is another example of supply chain security, but something that reaches our own desktop. We deal with dependency chain security solutions all day, all night, it seems, and yet browser extension control of my computer wasn't that number one on the top 25 list. You convince somebody to run something on your computer, it's not your computer anymore. Here's one.
Yeah, the other one that I want to bring up, number 6, a computer is only as secure as the administrator is trustworthy. And it goes into a whole breakdown about trust, right? And I think when you are installing all these packages and you're installing all these extensions, you are trusting them to maintain their security and you need to always reevaluate who has that access over time. Just because somebody is an administrator for your corporation doesn't mean things can change in their life. They might have leverage over them. They might become a not trustworthy actor, right?
Absolutely correct.
I'm really liking this 10 laws article. I'm going to keep
I
bringing it
didn't
up.
think we were going to keep going back. Every time we get an article, we go, well, that falls right into number 8.
And one.
Yeah, and one. Alrighty. Where are we now?
Oh, Citrix Bleed 2. Want to a big vulnerability. Unless you want to keep talking about this Edge extension.
No, let's go.
All right. Yeah, Citrix Bleed 2 vulnerability. POC has been released, warns of potential widespread exploitation.
Do you know why it says bleed? We talked about Citrix Bleed 1, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to have a little throwback.
Yeah, it's classic. I love the fact that we still put bleed on the end of any networking-based vulnerability where the mistake was lack of input validation because of the OG Heartbleed back in 2012 to 14. We don't learn anything. Let's just let headers come in and trust it. Whatever. I got to get this thing done. I vibe coded the interface anyway, so I'm sure vibe coding's secure. I'm sure they definitely didn't do that, but it is amazing. It's another one of these repeating patterns where we forget one little aspect of input validation, and presto, we get bitten in the backside. It's just fascinating that this isn't like a lesson we're learning from another company, another past, and another time. This is Citrix Bleed 2.
Yeah, I can't wait for the third installation. These are like bad Marvel movies.
I know. Will it be better or worse? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think regardless, we're going to keep spending money on it because I put this little report in. It was kind of fun to see.
Nice segue.
Yeah. Global cybersecurity market from 2019 to 34. The trends, what everyone's seeing. I thought the CAGR number was pretty crazy. 15% from 2025 to 2034.
Zoom in. You read that? Yeah. It is remarkable. But it's also not unexpected.
It just doesn't feel like it. When you're in the cybersecurity and you're in these threads, there's just a lot of people trying to break into the industry, trying to find jobs. And I just wonder how they classify cybersecurity. Like, is it just pure red teaming vulnerabilities? Because operations team also have a hand in cyber insecurity, right? So I'm just wondering how they look at the entire market, or if they just say, yeah, here are all the cybersecurity products, and this is what the CEOs are saying they're spending on it. And we're just going to take that and see, okay, you're going to spend 15% more year over year. Is it going towards more talent or more technology or more people?
Certainly more investment. I mean, we're in another one of those. AI has produced another potential inflated bubble where you start an AI startup and it used to be getting 5 million in seed and 20 million in your Series A was like, wow, you guys are amazing. And now there's like seed rounds of 20, 30, 40 million. We're like, okay, well, that may be an indicator that either we're morons or this is going to pay off sometime in the near future. So I was actually kind of surprised that AI only got a sort of cursory glance down at the bottom of this article and a light touch in the middle, whereas I think it's going to have a huge impact. Certainly AI in terms of attack vectors and cybersecurity in terms of for the bad guys using it.
Mm-hmm.
But also there's a huge market around using it against AI versus AI. As we all know, the world will result in just AI interacting with AI in all forms.
Yep. Yeah, we got an article coming up that's going to delve into that one a little bit. And it's part of the crazy section. Yeah, the WTF articles, they are coming in fast. The first one was mentioned in the title. We have Vercel's V0 AI tool weaponized by cyber criminals to rapidly create fake login pages at scale. Very useful use case. Like, is well done. Good job, hackers.
Yeah, it's great. I even have an example, which I didn't tell you about here, to create fake login pages at scale. It's really easy. You can take an HSBC login page and just give it to V0 and it'll go, oh, thanks, I can make one of those. Blam. And it looks identical.
Yeah.
It's like just or prompt based or Google or anything you want. And you can do this at scale automated. You can use AI on your desktop to handle Vercel and just start churning this stuff out so that your phishing emails go to somewhere that Now you can create AI-generated phishing emails or spear phishing, and your landing pages and your destinations will be flawless. This article just go off the rails a little bit. It's like it wanted to be longer than it was, and actually, it even starts talking about things like guardrailed LLMs like White Rabbit Neo, and I'm like, okay, now you're just telling people how to do bad things.
Yeah, I was a little shocked at that.
I don't think
there too.
we need to be enabling these things. But to give you an idea, this is your comments in the article, and then I'll show you what I did, just to give you an idea what V0 does.
No comment on the article, but I did find it funny because I had a conversation with my fiance and friends last night about this, and White Rabbit Neo came up. And watching my cousin and my fiance go, oh, this is like a hacking tool, but not in that way. They started thinking about it like, if I'm dating a guy or something like that, I could go and put his information and just find out everything about him. I don't have to stalk his Instagram, all that stuff too. I'm like,
wow,
the way that people think about how to use these tools is just shocking to me, because I would never think that way. But I'm like, that's some real hacker stuff right there.
Yeah. Okay, we need to get them into a social engineering program.
Yeah, or a therapist, one or the other.
All right, so before the show started, and this is literally like 5 minutes before you came online, so this is maybe not even half an hour ago, I went into V0, my V0 account, and I gave a cursory description of the show and us, and said, make the landing page. And you can see it's here. And here, Michael Foster, is our new landing page about Wired In. Pretty good description.
Yeah.
Of us. Meet the hosts. Drop our link direct to our LinkedIns. Staying ahead of the curve. Subscribe on YouTube. This is bad. We don't have anything. We may use this. This has been going in the background. So this is the first time I've seen it.
That's awesome. Yeah, we got to fire up the Raspberry Pis after this.
Yeah. So this is pretty cool. This is how easy it is for just to start describing something and make it. So what a surprise. They're using this for malicious purposes to create very realistic landing pages that mimic accounts that they want your credentials for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and definitely don't check out White Rabbit Neo and do any fun things with it.
I use it all the time. It's
yeah,
pretty awesome.
Yeah,
it's a little stupid, but does have no guardrails. It's not the smartest LLM.
Yeah, we're at the weird circle now where Grok 4 is the best. I can't wait for OpenAI to come and take the throne in a week. So it's weird. We're just going in circles. But one thing's for sure, if you're using a bunch of AI tools, be careful in VS Code because, again, marketplace. It's always the marketplace, isn't it? It's Jenkins extensions. It's VS Code marketplace. It's marketplace on Google. Installing all the tools, not vetting them at all.
Well, this is the version, like there is VS Code, right? But then there's like Cursor and Windsurfer and what's the other one? VS Codium. I've never used that one. I don't know what that is, but based on OpenVSX, which is the open source extensions marketplace, which is, well, open source. Ooh, I like that fish. You threw this in here, though. I'll let you kick off because I feel like I've been talking over you the whole time.
No, this is spot on. It's just that some of the forks, they maintain control over the marketplace, whereas if you have VS Code, it's I think it's a more disparate marketplace. I'm not sure how the architecture works there, but it's a lot more vetted, definitely. And whenever you get recommendations through VS Code, they tend to be signed off by the actual people who, like, if you get a Go and a Go editor, it'll be the Go community that's monitoring and maintaining it. That's not true with these forks. So they just go through and are showing, Cursor, 1 million estimated users, all the way down to the Arduino IDE, which has a million plus estimated users. And those marketplaces may be managed differently. And that comes with a lot of different risks that are associated with it, right?
Oh yeah, it's nuts, but a lot of great things come from it. Like I'm a big Cursor user, and Windsurf is huge. But the up here where it says the born from VS Code's walled garden. How dare you wall this garden with the wall of security to make sure no one ever takes over all the extensions? And oh wait, maybe there's a reason there's a walled garden.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a simple CI change that would have been pushed to all of these other forks, right? Which is how they found it. It's impressive.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, credit where credit is due. But yeah, that's a pretty much a WTF. Is there? Wait, now I'm looking at this going. Wait, am I affected by this? I can't.
Yeah.
I haven't read that. All right, I gotta
No, it didn't
do
affect
some homework
VS Code, but
about that.
only the forks. I think it had something to do with the way that they were forking
But
VS Code.
cursor's a fork. I use
Yeah.
cursor all the
Oh,
time.
gotcha.
I'll check that out.
Well, you might be impacted by this one too. This is a recruiting software maker exposed nearly 26 million resumes, as if we didn't need more resume slop online.
I know, but this is a classic. Like, this belongs in WTF because wasn't it just an Azure blob?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I don't work with Chekhov anymore, but surely that a free open source tool would have found this. Like the basics of CSPM or even preventative security on whoever you provision this thing, or this was a blob storage just created through ClickOps.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
I think somebody created like an admin created a database, and then it's like, hey, we're going to keep all the resumes in this spot. And if you look at it, it's all the history. It's in JSON format fields. They have prefixes here. They put an example in the article. So it's got everything.
Yep, it's classic dumb. So that's why it's here, but it's still happening.
Yeah, just be careful when you're giving out all that information to people. And also, Talent Hook, American company.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm kind of curious.
Uh-oh. Can hear it tippy-tapping away.
Oh, I turned up the volume. Is the sound better at least? That was really WTF to start off. Yeah, Talent Hook, based in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Well, we can drop
headquarters. Yeah, drop in, say hi. Be like, do you have our data, or is it just everywhere now?
Featured you on our show. Well done. Now we know who you are.
All right, we're gonna end off the show with one of a really good read, WTF, but also just great commentary on the state of the internet.
The rise of whatever. I mean, the first paragraph is just, I miss when computers were fun. That was originally what it's going to be called.
Is this just a bit of member berries? Oh, I remember.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Remember when the internet was fun? I remember.
Did you get through this? By the way, just for those who can't see, this is a very, look. Someone had an opinion. There's a lot of comments too that are pretty fun. Summarize the big takeaway.
Big takeaway is the internet is filled with corporate slop for engagement, and the uniqueness of the internet is dying with every edition that moves on, right? And he gives a few examples. One was, Facebook talking about creating AI agents to create content so that users engage. You used to never need that. You would just engage with people.
Yeah.
Now we have to wonder if we're actually talking to a bot or not. The whole meme collection, it used to be very hard to create them. There was like simple templates, and everybody would use the same frog or the same lizard or the same whatever and just pile onto it. Now people are just kind of doing their own thing, and it's rapidly accelerating. So the jokes are not as in. That was another example he gave. That was me. It was okay.
Yeah. He is making a commentary on the lack of true craftsmanship around internet content, which I kind of agree with. I'm probably also partly to blame. I mean, I make content. I do use AI, but I don't rely on it. I use it to add salt and pepper to the meal that I'm trying to make, and makes things better. But yeah, there is the idea that you can, I think, was there a phrase where it's like he refers to it all as like the fallback of lying or something, as a phrase in there, which is, it's becoming so easy to create content. It's hard to find good content almost now. So true. That is what might call an internet bummer that it's there, but it's a harsh dose of reality as to where we are, and probably where it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, it got me thinking. Maybe people will go outside and touch grass more, because the more and more you interact with the internet and it seems fake or it's AI content, the more I'm like, I should just like call my friend, right? I really don't need to be watching this. Could be.
Yeah. It's funny you said that, touch grass. That's the second time I've heard that in 2 weeks, where somebody said there's a psychological therapy around grounding in reality, like just walking down the road and putting your hand on a real tree.
Getting outside into the sun. Yeah. Like, I'm not Joe Rogan or anything, but it's probably pretty healthy to be outside.
Yeah. Awesome. That's been 10 articles that we chose and vetted and curated just for you that we think are interesting. All the links are down below. Subscribe because you never know when we're going to go online.
Yep. Hey, Steve, I'm Mike, and we're going to go touch grass. Have a good weekend.